These catacombs go on for miles. We've been walking around in circles for hours.
We'll never get out of here. It's a trap. We're all doomed. Doomed. I'm a teapot. I'm a teapot.
Stop panicking!
Paul! Move!
Baz, what's wrong?
Back there! A horrible monster! A big blobby thing!
Monsters.
Oh, come now, doesn't sound all that scary. A blob, indeed.
Here it comes now! Blobby! Blobby, blobby, blobby!
Time Ram. If your mansion house needs haunting, just call Rent-A-Ghost. For anything else, call us. We're Time Ram. I'm Paul Furry, and joining me today are Barry Williams
Hello!
and Rupert Booth.
I'm obsessing over pole dancing.
What?
It's
There is an explanation, but...
Right, yes.
What are we watching, Paul?
We're watching Creature from the Pit, which is not starring Tom Baker as it would normally be starring, but starring Peter Davison.
Ooh,
Not a massive difference, is it really, to be honest?
quite huge.
Well, chronologically, I was thinking.
I thought that to begin with, but we're talking the difference between season 17 and any other season. So there's a massive difference.
Changes a lot.
Yeah. And of course, it depends as to where we put it, as to whether there's going to be enormous amounts of maths in the script or not.
Yes.
So do we have any thoughts about it? I've got a thought about season placing. I think season 20 could really do with the Creature from the Pit.
Well, I also thought season 20, I was thinking the beginning of season 20, just for the simple fact you've only got two companions.
Two companions, exactly.
If we put it in Arc of Infinity or Snake Dance, we don't have to stick somebody in a Delta Wave augmenter.
Yeah, I thought of Kinder, just simple jungle sets, basically.
Right. But too many companions.
Well, somebody's in the Delta Wave augmenter.
Well, season 20, I mean, I agree with Paul on this one. If we have Nyssa and Tegan, then Nyssa plays K9's part, basically.
Okay.
Nyssa's able to do all the scientific stuff, and Tegan's able to be bolshy and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I think Snake Dance. I think put it in the Snake Dance. There's no particular continuity in Snake Dance.
Okay.
That needs continuing.
Snake Dance it is then. All right.
Good name for a lap dancing club, isn't it? Snake Dance.
Yes, it is. Let's open one. Because we're not getting anywhere with Time Ram, let's face that. We may as well diversify.
Into lap dancing. Okay.
Doctor Who themed lap dancing.
Well, we don't do the actual lap dancing. We just run
the
good. God, that wouldn't do any business.
That would not do any business. No.
Well, think that'd be a huge demand. No, okay. But if it'll be
go on, excellent.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be fine by the time we get to Tom sucking off Arato's massive cock.
Just spoilers.
Oh, come on.
That's what Tom said.
It was indeed. Spoilers for 1979, good lord.
And then I left the wankers.
Yeah. For the love of God, Baz, take us through the story.
Yeah, we found the bomb and then we just kept on going.
Absolutely, yeah. Is it a bar or is it a pole?
Let's find out, eh? Yeah, we open in a dark jungle with a man getting dropped down a hole.
It's a really nice jungle. It's a really nice jungle on film at
Great.
It is, yeah.
Filmic jungle, isn't it? Yeah, it looks really good.
Don't think it's going to be as good.
No, well, I mean, it's going to be Kinder jungle.
It's going to be Kinder, isn't it?
It's Kinder jungle. Yeah, we've discussed this. Our jungle sets.
Yeah. We could do an episode called Jungle Ram, where we just kind of jumble all the jungle.
Jumble in the jungle.
Jumble in the jungle.
We'll probably end up with all the jungle stories in the Peter Davison era, just sort of showing failing to learn his lesson.
Yeah.
Wall-to-wall jungle.
Wall-to-wall jungles.
Possibly with Benny from Crossroads in one of them.
All jungles all the time.
Okay, so then we're in the TARDIS, where in the original version from season 17, we have Tom Baker as the Doctor, Romana, played by the lovely Lana Ward, and K9, John Leeson, played by the other guy. I forget. Roger.
Being quite fun and witty, aren't they?
Roger Brearley.
David Brearley.
Yeah.
David Brearley. Roger Brearley's draft throw, isn't it?
Or is it Briley?
Briley.
I don't know. Is it Brearley or Briley? Listener, tell us.
I remember going to a convention, a Doctor Who convention, where John Leeson and David Briley were both there. And I remember standing in the urinals next to them. I don't know.
That bar you were talking about.
They both came in and we were like, there we are.
Wow.
So,
were you sandwiched between the canines taking a piss?
I don't think I was sandwiched between them, but it was kind of, I was,
Did they finish and then just go, most satisfactory?
Well, John Leeson might have done. I mean, Roger had more treatment on his voice. He had quite a deep voice in real life.
Yeah.
Did you feel like saying affirmative to them or anything like that? Put them off
Ears
their stride,
Oh, God.
Quality content, listener.
There we go. I've taken the piss next to both canines. There we are.
Hey.
Right. Yeah. So I've written here that we're in the TARDIS. The Doctor Romana do a comedy bit, basically.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that in this, so they're going to be arguing, aren't they? They're
going to be arguing. Yeah.
You're not allowed comedy in the Peter Davison here.
Although at least Tegan doesn't want to go back to Heathrow anymore.
No.
Yeah. Just trapped in this terrible, unflattering boob tube.
Yeah.
Trapped in a boob tube for all eternity.
I can think of worse things.
I was going to say, is that the title of your autobiography?
Trapped in a boob tube.
Boob tubes in the jungle.
Yeah, so they land in the jungle, basically inside the shell of a giant egg. Well, not an entire shell, but a kind of broken old shell. And the shell is transmitting, it's sending out a message. And Romana kind of wanders off, and the Doctor gets attacked by some wolf weeds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the wolf weeds, they're really clever.
Yeah.
Quite clever, actually, yeah. And he's captured, basically, by some guards. And Cruella, led by Madame Cruella, played by Eileen Way. Marvellous.
Or, I don't know, Helen Mirren.
Or Helen Mirren, maybe. I thought you deserve another part for Helen Mirren, but yeah.
True, yeah. Well, she'd be better as a Draster. Well, who's an old woman actress in all these things? Irene Handel again?
It could just be Eileen Way, it'd be fine.
It could be Eileen Way. It could be Eileen Way.
Still going strong.
Yeah, she was, yeah.
It is brilliant. So, all right, we'll keep Eileen Way.
It is amazing, yeah. So, the Doctor's in the place of death.
The place of death.
The place of death. So called because you get caught there, you get put to death. Hence,
and it's a place.
It's a place of death. It's called the place of death. Yeah. So it's not looking good for him. But then bandits attack. So I'm getting slightly ahead of it. The Doctor and Romana are both captured, and they're taken back.
Yeah. Doctor's in the stocks.
Yes.
Is what?
He's in the stocks.
Yeah, he's in the stocks. Yeah. So they're taken back to these guards belong to Adrasta, and so they're getting taken back to be executed. But then bandits attack, and
Doctor Who name isn't it Adrasta?
Adrasta.
Yeah. David Fisher always gave good name.
Yeah. David Fisher, he's a good writer. He
is.
Yeah, I think he's undervalued writer.
Agreed. And his books were really good too.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this when I watched it.
I
really enjoyed it. I mean, it's cheap, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, bandits attack and take Romana back to their camp, where they kind of start arguing about who's going to get to kill her. But then she does a Romana thing where she kind of bamboozles them and then summons K9 and basically gets away.
So this is Tegan summoning Nyssa.
Yeah.
The ultrasonic Nyssa whistle that only Trarchanites can hear.
Yeah. That doesn't quite work as much.
It doesn't. Particularly as it would mean Nyssa going, no, I'm not coming out. I don't want the jungle. I'm staying in the TARDIS and just standing. Occasionally cut back to us just standing by the console. A bit of dust falls on her.
Yeah, Tegan wouldn't bamboozle them, would she? She'd just nag at them until they went, look, just go.
Yeah. Well, let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's say Nyssa and Tegan work together and bamboozle them.
Yes.
Maybe Tegan's been captured, but Nyssa's kind of following through the jungle or something.
Right. Until her batteries run down and she kind of goes back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I can't wait for Nyssa's nose laser. So hitherto unknown track and trait. To unknown track and trait.
Haven't we had this before and still having that kind of
the ion bonder.
Yeah, the ion bonder.
Oh yeah.
Just carries it with it everywhere.
Excellent.
When she needs to be K9.
Yeah, it would be the ion bonder.
They're quite idiotic bandits, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're led by Torben. I don't know who's playing him, but maybe he's trying to do Fagin type thing, but
he definitely is.
It's a bit, isn't it? Yeah,
it's not good.
Yeah. It's the guy who plays Shrinker in. He's the guy who plays Shrinker in Rumors of Death.
Yeah,
it's him.
He does at one point. He does call them "my lovely boys," doesn't he? And it is very kind of Fagin.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for him to say "bubbler" at some point. It's really a bit anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Which is awkward.
Yes.
Yeah. Somehow they escape. In ways.
Ion bonder. Yeah.
To be fair, we're going to need something like that because this plot only really works for Kanon, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's going to places. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nyssa's kind of equivalent of the K9's nose laser to the crotch is just, ion bonder to the testicles.
Yeah.
She's known for
it.
She never actually bonds
out of any
the ion bond.
Testicles together.
You assume it. Well, that would be bad, wouldn't it? I mean, if
one big testicle at the end of
it. Which was appropriate considering what turns up later.
Yeah.
But it would put me off if I was a guard and the guy next to me got his testicles bonded. Ironically, I'd be cautious about being the next one to attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got a strong psychological off-putting effect. So let's not denigrate the ion bonder.
Okay. Don't undervalue it. Yeah. Good.
It'll be a free ion bonder replica for the first listener who sends us the £1,000.
That's free, is it?
No other podcast has made this offer ever.
Does it work though?
I'll craft it myself.
Does it bond testicles?
Out of ions.
In brackets underneath, may not bond testicles.
May not bond testicles, yeah. But don't try it though, because maybe I'll find a way.
Maybe it will. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. Maybe it will.
If at the next recording I turn up and kind of go, sorry guys, I can't make it this week, I've got a problem, then you'll know I've ion bonded with testicles. Because that's bound to be the reason, isn't it?
Yes, it's a difficult one down the doctor's surgery, isn't it? But why are you here?
Well, I do a podcast.
Oh, I fell on an ion bonder.
Yeah, it was just there. The dog brought it in.
That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
The doctor he's obviously still captured. He gets taken to Adrasta.
Yeah.
Who's very interested in the shell. Is it Helen Mirren? Could it be the Mirren?
What, playing the shell?
Playing Adrasta.
Oh, right, okay. It could be. It could be Helen Mirren. Yes.
I did have a thought for Adrasta. Because I was thinking, GNT's in full-on celebrity casting.
Is it Miriam Margolyes?
It isn't Miriam Margolyes, but I was thinking if he could get her, he'd be all over Joan Collins as Adrasta.
Totally.
Yes, he would.
Totally.
Yes.
It wouldn't be very likely to get her, would he? Because isn't she making?
I think she might.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, so was Kate O'Mara. So
true.
She's slightly better well known than Kate O'Mara, I suppose. But
yeah.
If he'd been in there a few years earlier, he'd have got her, because when she was doing Space 1999 until the unexpected.
Star Trek. I mean, she'll do any old crap.
Yeah.
Sitting on the edge forever.
Should we do Joan Collins then?
Yeah.
Should we go with Joan Collins, as it were?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
GNT would push it. He'd push it more towards high camp. Wouldn't? I mean, it's it's camp
yeah.
enough to start with,
It
but
is.
he'd push it even more towards high camp.
Yeah.
But
Davison might resist that.
Yeah.
He'd try. Yeah.
You'd
He would
try.
try. Yeah.
So yeah, Adrasta's very interested in the show.
Yeah.
She's got some engineers. It's just basically a comedy scene. She brings these engineers in. I think they're called Boren and Torren, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Played by the extraordinary combination of stuntman Terry Walsh and director of Tomb of the Cybermen Morris Barry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boren and Torren.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
One of them's an actor.
Yes.
Well, neither are actors really.
One of them was an actor.
Once, yeah.
Well,
And one's a stuntman.
yeah.
I won't tell you which.
Yeah.
Clue is the one that gets chucked down the hole. Yeah.
So should we cast these appropriately? Can these be Stuart Fell and Douglas Camfield then?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, hang on. JNT wouldn't have Douglas Camfield in, would he?
He really wouldn't.
No.
No.
Boris Hussein?
It'd be Peter Moffat.
It'd be Peter Moffat.
Peter
It'd be Peter Moffat, yeah.
So yeah, she's a bit down on engineers because they didn't say that the show was alive. The doctors told her the show was alive. And so there's a bit of a work incentive, trying to help productivity. She chucks Doran down the pit.
Yeah.
I love the way the other one closes his hood and kind of goes,
Yeah.
if that's going to work, it's kind of, I'm not here. This isn't working on audio, obviously, but it's always made me giggle.
They all say, who is Doctor Who?
Do you collect Doctor Who? Do you have Doctor Who items and you don't know that you collect Doctor Who? For all things in the Doctor Who collecting world, tune in to the Doctor Who Collectors Podcast, a Direction Point Network podcast. I am Larry Van Mersbergen, your host, and I have been collecting Doctor Who for 41 years. We have popular features like collection protection and the most outrageous offer. Anywhere you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Time Ram, and whatever you do, keep time ramming.
As I was saying, yes, she chucks Doran down the pit, and then Tegan and Nyssa arrive. And then Nyssa gets nobbled by the wolf weeds and her battery drains.
Yeah, she gets covered in webs. Yeah. She can't bond anything.
She can't bond anything.
No.
Yeah. But easier if they just took a bonder off her. They just take the bonder.
They just take the iron bonder off her.
Yeah.
But no, wolf weeds.
Yeah.
Which is odd because if you were going to wolf weed one of them up, you'd wolf weed Tegan up, wouldn't you?
You would. You would wolf weed Tegan up. Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll not have Chameleon. They wolf weed Chameleon up. That not work.
Chameleon is not there.
Okay.
Let's not talk about Chameleon.
Okay. Yeah. And then the doctor jumps down the pit. End of episode.
You can't really picture Davison doing that, can you?
I can actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can picture Nyssa being wolf weeded up, but I can. He'd be more desperate about it.
Yeah.
Kind of looking between one and the other, and then working out what to do, realizing this was his only option, and going down.
Yeah, Tom just goes for it, doesn't it? I mean, they don't even do attention out of it. He just, he's gone.
Yeah. And it would probably have Tegan going, Doctor.
Yeah.
Into the credits.
In the credits. Yeah.
And then we wait all of one day, and on Tuesday there's episode 2.
Episode 2.
Yes.
Which Tegan.
That was always great, wasn't it? Having 2 episodes in a week.
Yeah.
Believe the tension.
Apart from that, you got through the season in half the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was more of a Saturday man.
Oh, absolutely. But to come home from a hideous day of school and have another episode of Doctor Who on was great.
Yeah.
That helped.
Help get through the week.
Yeah.
The tension is dissolved as Tegan looks down the pit and sees the doctor just clinging on, just at 2 feet down.
Yeah.
A comedy scene really where he's trying to learn how to climb out the pit with one book, and then he's it's how Everest and Easy Stages, but it's written in different, and he's got to teach yourself to bit.
Yeah.
Very
Douglas Adams that scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Douglas Adams season. I don't imagine that. Who's the script editor of this season? Is it Eric Sayward?
Eric Sayward. Yeah, basically, yeah.
By
Yeah.
20,
Well,
yeah,
Twenty.
would be,
Eric Sayward. Yeah.
We're probably not going to get this. He gets the book of Tibetan out and it dies.
Yeah.
Then he gets the other book out and that dies as well.
Yeah. Everybody dies. Yeah. So Adrasta realizes that Nyssa is metal. No, hang on.
Oh yeah, they're trying to break her up with hammers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Well, is it all right? Is it stated anywhere in canon that Nyssa isn't made of metal?
Well, she catches a disease in Terminus, so I kind of assume that she's not made of metal. She kind of gets a bit scabby.
Metal fatigue? Rust?
Maybe the thing that she's carrying, she's got some kind of weapon.
The ion bomb.
Yeah, that's
metal.
That's metal.
Yeah.
She's got,
And Adrasta really is standing there kind of
letting
going,
go of it.
yeah.
really should have taken it off her. Honestly, we really should have just taken it off her.
She's got metal buckles on her shoes. And they kind of hang on.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has Tegan maybe got a gold filling that they're looking at and going, oh, we'll have that.
Yeah, maybe. They've got metal on. Basically, they're carrying metal.
In my head canon, this is made of metal. I don't see why not. Fuck it. It's a different kind of metal we haven't. It can get diseased.
So yeah, Adrasta takes them prisoner.
Maybe she's got stress fractures. Maybe she's got stress fractures.
Adrasta.
No, Nyssa.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's been flying at 30,000 feet for too long. She's getting stressed.
She has. Yeah. Even though she's not the air hostess, but that's all fine.
Yeah. And then she kicks some stuff down the pit, and the Doctor falls all the way to the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah. So back at her base, she's got a kind of, I don't know if it's a palace or just a house. It's basically like 2 rooms.
I think it's described as a palace.
Is it meant to be a palace? Yeah.
I think so. Could be a little palace.
Yeah. It's quite.
I mean, if they haven't got metal, it's difficult to make tools, so you're not going to build very big places, are you?
You're really not actually. Without metal,
No.
I'm not quite sure what you can build. I mean, it's going to be made out of what, mud? It's mud brick.
Wattle and daub.
Wattle and daub, yeah.
I think, yeah. Maybe that's the names of the engineers.
Wattle and daub.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sort of a magic double act. Wattle and daub.
I'm the clever one, you're the potato one.
Yeah, so Adrasta interrogates Tegan. She threatens to break up Nyssa.
Hammers.
With hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tegan's going, you appalling woman.
And to make sure to point Nyssa at the wall so she can't shoot them with that iron bonder.
Oh dear. Maybe we should have used Chameleon.
Maybe we should have, yeah. It's problematic. Yeah.
Except Chameleon would just immediately, if you wolf booted Chameleon up, he'd just immediately turn into a mouse and walk out of it and then turn into a tank and fuck you over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I guess we'd have to rework these scenes. Maybe she just threatens both of them.
Yeah.
Get the secrets of how that iron bonder works or something like that.
We can make more ion bonders.
Yeah.
You can fuse loads of testicles, all of the testicles that you want. The Adrasta's kind of junk on us walking around going, fuse all the testicles, you say? And Eileen Wade's going, power. Imagine it, madam. I am imagining it, Corella.
So basically, they want to make a sort of human centipede of kind of all these men with all the testicles.
Yeah, bonded testicles.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry, David Fisher.
Yeah. Did not
We
expect
really like
that,
it, right?
Yeah.
Sorry that you didn't think of it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The similarities between this and Meglos. Episode 1, it's got like jungle.
Hang on, where in Meglos does Meglos want to go around bonding testicles together? I don't recall that.
Well, it's got this jungle. It's got the really daft kind of criminal bandit things that Romana bamboozles.
True.
Confusing.
Yeah.
It's got a sort of semi-medieval planet that knows about space travel and stuff like that. And
True.
Stuff underground. You think McCulloch and Flanagan must have just surely watched episode 1 before they pitched Meglos. So it's kind of
fair play. No, I shouldn't have jumped to the testicle conclusion there. I apologise.
Yeah, I'd never noticed that before. But yeah, you are.
No,
right.
but yeah,
just actually really similar in some ways. It's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's seen too much. Never thought I'd get to do that again, but yeah.
Here we are. Okay, so yeah, the bandits. I mentioned the bandits. They get some scenes.
Yeah.
The logic's a bit odd, but they decide to attack Adrasta's base while she's attacking their base, and then they get all her metal.
Yeah.
They're not
But
the
no
price
one
bunch.
knows what they're going to take it back to.
Yeah,
I suppose it makes sense, if someone's attacking your base, don't be at your base.
Yeah.
And if she's brought all her guards, all of whom are finding it difficult to walk now for reasons we've discussed, then you go back to her place.
yeah. Well, I mean, she nicks all their metal, they nick all her metal. It's a metal swap, isn't it? It's kind of
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's Nyssa at this point? Has she been broken up yet, or is?
No, this is all right. This is okay.
Okay, good. She's resilient.
Keegan stopped them from breaking up.
Right. Yeah, she'll be no good to you in pieces.
Yeah, no, she's hurt her ankle, but apart from that, she's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The doctor, meanwhile, the doctor is down the pit.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of avoiding the creature, which we've kind of established at this point. He's kind of big and green.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And he meets Organon, the astrologer.
Oh, Hey.
The first one to have his testicles bonded.
Yeah.
Hence his name.
Organon.
Organon, the other bits.
Organon, Organoff.
Could this be Ken Dodd ahead of his?
No.
I think we've already cast Ken Dodd in something.
Have we?
I think so. It rings a bell.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing more GNT celebrity casting here.
Benny Hill.
We've definitely had Benny Hill.
Yeah,
Oh, have we? All right.
He was Nardo.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie Howard.
Ooh.
Ow.
Frankie Howard.
My testicles.
God, imagine his reaction to seeing the creature.
Well, exactly.
Ooh.
Even turning to camera occasionally, and Davison kind of going, "Wait, that's a serious rock."
Yeah, Mrs. No. So,
Yeah, you could just imagine him while the doctor's kind of doing what he does with the creature later on. Kind of, what's he doing? Look at that. Oh, turn the camera off.
He'd totally be
Yeah.
doing all that, yeah. JNT being egging on.
you see that Adrastus, she chucked me down here. So yeah, he's been in the pit for a while. He's an astrologer. He's been around sort of various courts, and he's been a bit of a hit at most of them. But she didn't like these. She didn't like his fortune that he told her. So he's been down this pit ever since, just avoiding the creature and trying to get on with taking a life, really.
Yeah.
And he explains that Adrastus monopolizing all the metal on the planet. There's no metal on the planet. The planet is called Chloris, and she's got all the metal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the creature turns up, and
We should have cast Cloris Leachman. Cast Cloris Leachman.
Cloris Leachman. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still can.
She'd be in the
Corella.
She'd be Corella because she was playing old women from being about 40.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we replace Alienware with Cloris Leachman now?
I will allow it. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Your ions will not be bonded today.
Hey.
Thank you, Doctor.
Eileen Way in this one plays this kind of the hard woman, isn't she? She's kind of
Brilliant. She's brilliant as good. I mean, all the cast are good.
bodyguard, you know. She's
Possible exception of Terry Walsh and Maurice Barry. But she's great. She's great.
Yeah.
And I love the way it's a very female-led story as well.
Yeah.
It's quite a David Fisher touch, that isn't it?
Yeah. As far as I remember, the only man who's got any agency in it is the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's nice.
Well, yeah, it's a properly matriarchal society, and it's not emphasized. It's not. They don't make a big thing of it. It's just like,
just get on with it.
Get on with it. Yeah.
I think it's quite effective for that.
Better than that Star Trek episode where they make Riker put on a kind of daft posing.
Oh dear Christ! Yeah, yeah. That wasn't one of Next Gen's finest moments.
No.
That's only about the third episode or something, isn't it?
It's quite early on, yeah.
I bet it was Gene.
He comes in going, check me out. And you go,
Yeah. And I bet Gene wanted Riker to have 3 nipples at that point as well.
Yeah, probably. That was a Gene touch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not enough nipples. More nipples. Okay, so the Doctor and Organon in the pit. Kissing.
Peter Davison wouldn't stand for that. Not even if it was Frankie Howard. Frankie Howard might.
Okay, I'll be up for it, yeah. Okay, yeah, so Doctor and Organon in the pit, pursuing the creature. They're following the creature. Which Organon's not very keen on, but they follow it through the tunnels until they kind of get to its lair. It's about 100 feet across. Massive and green. Meanwhile, Tegan and Nyssa have a kind of an escape plan. They try to escape, but it all goes a bit wrong. And Adrasta somehow gets the information out of them about the TARDIS. So she wants to control the TARDIS now. And she decides
Does
to
Nyssa turn to the camera at that point and go, "Oh no," like she does in The Visitation? I love that bit. That's a great Nyssa moment.
I've forgotten that moment. I don't remember that one. So yeah, she decides to take Nyssa into the pit to kill the creature.
Yeah, because Iron Bonder.
Iron Bonder. She takes it Iron Bonder.
Gloss over it. It's an amazing thing.
Let's move on. She takes it Iron Bonder.
Become known for it in the last season. We'll have to remember that. When we do Peter Davison's The Talons of Wayne Cheyenne, Nyssa will solve it with the Iron Bonder.
She's got her own backdoor entrance to the pit. She's got a bunch of guards.
I bet she has.
That's how Frankie Howard ended up there.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
Came in by the back door.
I'm not even attempting to do a Frankie Howard impersonation. To do something beneath me.
Neither are we, by the sound of
it. There's a reason why I'm not trying.
I came on this podcast to humiliate myself.
We should put video out sometime.
Well, of us humiliated ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so what was I saying? They go to the pit. They go in the pit. They got their own entrance to the pit.
Yeah.
They walk through the pit.
Yeah.
And
it's not really a pit, is it? It's more of a mine.
It's more of an underground area.
Well, a pit, as in down to
pit. Say down to pit. Yeah, so why not? Yeah.
We're in dangerous territory there with our history of.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Of bits.
Yeah, let's not go anywhere near the Slacky.
We've not touched on the emergency shaft. It's fine.
Not with Frankie Howard around.
No, God, no.
So yeah, they're all kind of wandering around as well. So the guards kind of arrive in the central big area around the same time that the Doctor and Organon does, and the Doctor's trying to communicate with the creature, and it kind of rumbles over the top of him.
Yeah.
He kind of gets squished.
I think Matt Irvin gets a bad rap for the realization of Erato. How the hell else are you going to do it?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where at the draft stage, we can't do that very well.
Yeah.
Go something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with the Merca. It's not his fault. He gave him like 3 days and a kind of green paint and went, do it.
That documentary, I was going to say that documentary on the Blu-rays is very good because it kind of makes you think. You really feel for them because they're just
absolutely,
they've had all this stick for this all these years.
Yeah. Having said that,
which one, Erato or the Merca?
Erato, yeah.
Having said that, the knob is a problem.
Knob is a problem. Yeah.
I mean, you know, could you have done something else? Just something smaller. It's like an arm type size thing, more of a tentacle.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of try that, don't they? They clearly kind of adjust it later on, so they got one with the kind of claw on it, and then the side.
Well, they say that in the documentary. In the documentary, you know, after day one, Christopher Barry, the director, came down and went, "Get rid of that fucking knob, or you're dead. I'll bomb your testicles." And they went, "No, please, Christopher Barry, please don't bomb my testicles." And they made it into a claw type thing instead, which is slightly better.
But yeah, when you first see it, it is basically a massive ball sack coming in through the
massive ball sack coming in with an erection going on. Yeah. It's terrible. Yeah. Tom doesn't help matters.
No.
I
mean, Davison won't be doing any of that.
No, he leans into it somewhat.
Yeah.
I'd be scared of it.
Yeah. Davison might stick his hand up it, I suppose, in the kind of all creatures memory. You know. What? That's fine. That's fine. He's communicating. Serious doctor. He hasn't been down the pub.
By sticking his hand up its
eye. That way he did in all creatures, up the prop cow.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's a new image to kind of.
Welcome to suggest something better.
What would JNT have done? How would JNT?
Oh, don't go there. No, I said suggest something better. You misunderstood the question.
Horse. Andrew Cartmel tells the story about they were making Paradise Towers before the cleaner robots. They were going to have tentacles coming out of the walls.
Uh-huh.
And JNT came and said to him, "No, can't do tentacles."
Uh-huh. Yeah,
the voice of a man that knows that tentacles don't work.
He's been there. He's been around tentacles. He's like been with tentacles. Yeah. Except they did a brilliant tentacle in the Crotons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't even on wires, so they could do tentacles.
It's a robot tentacle, though, isn't it? It's not a sort of.
Yeah, but the mechanism's the same, isn't it? You've got an elongated prong that waves about a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Careful. You know, it's anyway. Let's not get too much into the minutiae of tentacles.
Yeah, let's not get caught up in tentacles.
Tentacle design, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically, Organon and the guards, they kind of back away from the creature,
and
then a bit of shell comes across the entrance into the room, and they're cut off.
It forms, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of forms. It's it's woven, basically. It's like
an exciting video effect.
Yes, exciting late 70s video effects.
Yeah, probably got not much the same actually.
Probably not much different. Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. So yeah, on the other side of this, the doctor's basically all right. The creature kind of gets off him, and he's okay. And then Adrasta turns up. The guard goes and gets her. I don't know what. I kind of lost track of where Adrasta was, but they kind of she's a bit further back for some reason.
Just chipping away at Nyssa in the background with a hammer and chisel, hoping to get a sliver off. You know,
just going, stop it.
Yeah. Oh no. It's a shame we haven't got Turlo with this one, actually, otherwise he could do his whole kind of metal bit, couldn't he?
Turlo getting aroused.
Yeah.
John Collins, yeah.
Yeah. Three of them.
Yeah.
Bond that, you can't.
So it is around this point where the doctor's trying to communicate with the creature.
Yes.
In a better way. With this scene is going to be better.
Yeah. Peter Davison will think a bit more analytically about how he can do this. Yeah.
Put his head to it.
Yeah.
I mean, just touch your head to it, touch your forehead to it, and try and, that connotes trying to make telepathic contact rather than giving it a blowy.
Yeah.
Which doesn't connote anything at all, apart from someone should have stopped Tom.
Oh, God, no.
You borrow the script editors, no, Tom, no.
No, Tom.
If it was Robert Holmes, he'd listen. Time for Robert Holmes.
But eventually the creature, he gets frustrated trying to communicate with the creature, draws a picture of a shield. And it's the same shield that Adrasta's got hanging on her wall back in the palace.
This is one of those moments where Davison goes, ah! In that way he does. That's like your spooky kind of like, aha, type thing.
Yes. At that moment, the bandits are in the palace. They're kind of stealing all the metal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they take the shield down off the wall. Until
maybe the one guard that Nyssa bonded is there and he's kind of hobbling after them going, stop it, oh dear.
Yeah, they run away from this guy.
Electrical truss.
So they end up running into the tunnels with the shield, conveniently.
Because of the guard.
Because of the guard with the bonded testicles.
Excellent.
Yeah. Scares them into the tunnels. Yeah.
It would scare me.
where they almost immediately get hypnotized. They actually get hypnotized into carrying the shield. So don't need to scare them into the times when they do. Kind of
No, actually,
you could kind of do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, the guy could just sit down there. He's probably happy about that.
Yeah. Can he sit down though?
Can he sit down?
Yeah.
Or is it just like a kind of 70s things? Space opera. So you try sitting down, just no, I'm standing up again. Oh well, that's my life now. With bonded mega testicle.
I see. So they're quite swollen. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yes.
What? Sorry.
They're quite swollen.
Yeah, I think his bonded mega testicle would be a bit much. Boing, boing, boing. Diddle it down, diddle it down, diddle it down. It'd be great. Become a companion. The poignant bit in Planet of Fire is just going to kill me, Doctor.
Don't want to live like this.
Yes.
I want to be able to sit down.
Taking over my massive testicle. Become my toy, perform.
The vervoids are probably the best dirty joke in Doctor Who.
They're hermaphroditic plants.
A lot of plants are.
So there you go. It's based on science.
No, they'll ship anything.
There are probably 11 and handle shippers out there. You just have to drill a hole where his mouth is, and you're all set.
You know he needs the room. I've seen it in pictures.
I'm not saying you're not a fan. I'm saying you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Doctor Who gives a drunken Doctor Who podcast for the end times.
So Tegan catches up with Organon and Adrasta's there. What are you wearing?
It's very modern, isn't it?
Adrasta's quite surprised to see Organon alive, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
He said,
Great. John Collins and Frankie Howard in the same place.
Yeah. He says it was an oversight, which is quite a nice line.
Yes. There's loads of lovely lines in it.
The dialogue's very good in this. Yeah.
Great script.
Frankie's doing his affronted acting at this point, isn't he? You thought I was dead, didn't you? You thought I was dead.
Yeah.
You can literally imagine him doing all these things.
Totally. Try to sneak a look to the camera. She thought I was dead, and Jane T going, no. Stop it, Frankie Howard.
He would be uncontrollable. They're trying to cut through the shell with the iron bonder. That's the wrong type at all.
Which is stupid.
Yeah,
because it's a bonder.
It's a bonder.
Yeah.
You think
it sunder things, it bonds them.
Yeah.
It is an iron sunderer.
Iron sunderer. Sunder the testicles.
Yeah.
Into three.
This will do that at the end because she's nice. She's from Traken. She brings out everywhere. She'll go and get. I'm just going to go and get the iron sunderer.
Sunder all your testicles.
Sunder the bonded testicle.
Mm-hmm.
How many would you like? Oh, I'll have 5, please.
Big laughs. End of show. Davison takes his hat off and from his crotch just to show off who's got the crotch of note here.
So they fail to break through the shell, but then the Doctor just breaks out from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of questions Adrasta. There's a bit of to and fro in here. Tegan gets sent with Corella and Nyssa to kill the creature.
Yeah.
And then they come back again.
Yeah.
They just do.
Slightly pointless exertion, isn't it?
It is pointless. But I mean,
padding.
Yeah. It's episode 3.
It's entirely padding. Because loads happens in episode 4, but the first 3 episodes, they're quite sparse.
Yeah.
But
great dialogue, though.
Great dialogue, yeah. And it's pretty clear by this point, Adrasta knows more about the creature than she should.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly when she calls it a Tithonian. So you kind of go, hang on a minute. Hang on.
Oh.
And she's convinced that he wants to kill her. And then the bandits turn up, the hypnotized bandits, they turn up with a shield.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of slap the shield on. Adrasta screams.
Yeah. End of episode. It's a nice cliffhanger, that one.
Yeah.
There's no direct peril to anyone.
Well, yeah, the one that's in peril is the villain, really.
Yeah, it's unusual.
Yeah.
It's I really like it.
Yeah.
And we don't know why either.
Yes.
We don't know what the shield is at this point. So yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of toyed with that it might be a weapon of some kind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't quite know if we trust the creature. Green.
Got a big dog.
Got
A big dog.
Well, not in this version. It would not have that. It would,
No.
It's got a wee tentacle.
A small dog.
Yeah.
Loads of dongs. Loads of little dongs.
It's not got loads of little dongs. It's got one pseudopod. Pseudopod.
It's got one extremely expensive animatronic dong that somebody convinced G&T could do everything.
Yeah.
But actually just kind of goes,
It couldn't do anything at all. Yeah.
It could walk, it could
time
talk,
all its movements to it.
it could act, you know.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh, does that mean it's kind of swaying back and forth, going, "We sing in praise of total war"?
Yes.
Great. Thank God for the bandit.
Yes.
Yes, this dong is played by Gerald Flood. So yeah, it's great.
Excellent.
So yeah, addressed it runs away basically.
She would. I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all.
She goes,
Yeah.
the creature uses the shield to start to speak to them. It speaks to them via the doctor's larynx and tells them that his name is Irato. He's from Tithonius. He's an ambassador.
It'd be much more fun if it's speaking through Tegan, actually.
I can't do an impression of Tegan. I can't do
No,
it.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. And then Adrasta comes back with some wolf weeds, demanding that they kill the creature. And this is the point where she starts to lose hearts and minds. The huntsman controls the wolf weeds. He's going, Aaron, let's just hear what this big green blob has to say.
Well, he's seen what the ion bonder can do. He doesn't want to annoy Nyssa. He doesn't want to be bouncing around on this testicle.
Nyssa is on the edge at this point. Yeah.
You know, he's just looking after himself here.
Yeah.
Who's the huntsman played by?
I don't know. Brian Bested. I think we've had Brian Bested.
Owen Teal.
Owen Teal. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
He's only been about 10. He's only about 10 inventions on Varos.
Yeah. Well, it'd only be about 2 or 3 years before, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was before. Yeah.
8 then.
This is the Doctor. Present time, the High Council of Time Lords. Keeper of the legacy of Rassilon. Defender of the laws of time. Protector of Gallifrey.
So yeah, long story short, basically, Irato tells them that it comes from Tithonius, which has got loads and loads of metal, and they want to trade metal for chlorophyll. And Cloris has got loads of chlorophyll. Hence the name.
It's a bit Terry Nation, that, isn't it? The fact that it's called Purest.
It's
got lots of plants.
Yeah.
Wee
bit nation. Yeah.
It's, you almost kind of expect the Tithonians to come from Metallica or something. Metallicus.
Do you think Terry Nation named Iceland? And they went, Terry, what should we call this country? It's like got loads of ice there. Iceland.
Okay.
I found it on the side of a dictionary that said from ice to land.
Yeah. So they confirm this truth using Adrasta's own larynx. And then at this point, everyone's a bit annoyed with her.
I like that scene. I think
I like that scene.
Yeah.
She really sells it when it's speaking through her larynx and she's doing this holding her throat thing.
Yeah.
It's really
she's superb in it. Yeah, Myra Francis is great.
She's great. Yeah, she really is. Yeah, she does a great job. Yes, because she's got the monopoly of metal, so she doesn't want to trade with this planet. It's going to give them loads of metal that will help them out. Yeah. So she chucked the creature down the pit, and now he just crushes her. He just crushes her.
Yeah,
that's it. And the wolf weeds, they all get crushed. Bang. That's it.
Yeah.
And everyone just stands there going,
goes, "Oh no!" again.
So you think that'd be kind of the end, but no, there's quite a bit more. The engineers hoist the Irato out of the pit off screen, which is very sensible of them.
Yes.
And Romano in the original, I'm not quite sure, maybe Nyssa is convinced that there's still danger.
Mm-hmm.
The big old shell that's out there in the jungle is Irato's spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
But Irato can't go anywhere because the Doctor's nicked part of it. He's got the part of his proton drive.
Yeah. Which is on his scarf.
He does, yeah.
Can't do this time. He'll scoop it up in his hat.
He kind of hit it with a cricket ball and bounce it out of the thing.
Bounce it out of there, yeah.
Yeah.
I just waft it with his celery.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got it on his cricket bat. He's just sort of, yeah.
Maybe that'll be a plot point earlier on. Maybe when at the end of episode 2, where Irato rolls over the Doctor, when he rolls back and he isn't crushed, his celery's gone.
His celery's gone.
Because Irato was really hungry.
Yes.
And that starts him going, huh. It also makes them really fearful of any gases in the praxis range that might be around.
Yeah.
Yes.
They could be there. You don't know.
Never know.
You never know. Yeah, the Doctor's talking about this, how he's got his proton drive, and he's getting overheard by the bandits and by Corella. They're all kind of listening in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bandits kind of go, and go back to their camp. And Corella follows them. So yeah, Irato comes back and he tells them fairly regretfully that they've only got 24 hours to live.
Yeah.
The Tythonians have already fired a neutron star on them, and it's going to blow up the sun. And the Doctor kind of persuades Irato to help them, and then reveals that, oh yeah, I've got your proton drive, so you know.
It's just.
But he hasn't got the proton drive anymore.
He hasn't, no,
because who got it? Organon had it.
Bandits nicked it, didn't they?
He gave it to Organon.
Yeah.
Bandits. No, Corella. Corella bangs Organon over the back of the head.
Right.
Nicks it. Corella's got it.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how Corella's just so completely ruthless. I mean, the moment that Atlas is gone, it's kind of right. I'm out for myself. Fuck it.
Yeah. Immediately. Yeah.
Without any scruples whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, there's not even a moment of, oh, should I, shouldn't I? It's just right. I'm having that.
Have I the right?
Yeah. I have. I totally have.
Yeah. Doing it.
Yeah.
And even
I wonder what her backstory was. I wonder if Adrasta was like the spoiled brat who ascended to the throne because she was royalty or something, and Corella's been quietly going fuck in the background for ages.
You do get the feeling there's a really great story, back there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, this planet is drawn very few strokes, but you get the sense that there's a whole society, and it's just a tiny corner that we're seeing, and Organon's being compared to other places. It's quite nice. You get a sense of those planetary society.
He's good at his world building, is David Fisher, like Robert Holmes. He's good at sketching things in with very few lines, but enough to be believable, enough to just flesh it out a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe Corella's like a sort of a nanny that's been for generations the nanny to this royal family and basically controlling everything quietly behind the scenes.
String puller.
Behind the throne, yeah. Because Adrasta's not actually very clever when it comes down to it, is she? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yes, the Doctor's come up with a plan. Irato can save the planet by building a shell out of aluminium, which will reflect the neutron star away from
in ways.
Yeah. Science happened.
Yes. Science happens.
Science. Yeah. There's science there.
If this was season 19, Christopher H. Bibby would be all over this.
Yeah.
Science out of this.
You'd have the angles worked out and everything.
Yeah. It'd be a hugely long scene and incredibly boring.
Geometry the shit out of it.
He would. He'd then talk about a TARDIS within a TARDIS.
Yeah.
It's all like a computer operating system in some way.
Yeah, they say season 17 doesn't have science in it.
He went out with Helen Mirren.
I know. Mystery, isn't it?
It is. It is.
That is a mystery.
Like maths.
Maybe she does.
Quite masky, who knows?
Yeah. We're going to get on this podcast. We'll have to attract her with maths. So.
There we go. Right.
1 + 1.
Probably easier to get Christopher.
To bring her in.
1 + 1. That's the best you can come up with. You've got a maths degree.
It's got a degree. I know.
You've got a degree. And the best you can come up with is 1 + 1.
This is what not watching ITV in your youth does to you. It impoverishes the mind. Clearly. All those episodes.
So the bandits get back to their base, their camp.
Yep.
And they're kind of saying, well, that was a near thing, wasn't it? And then Corella comes in, stabs Torben to death.
Yeah, beautifully.
It was him. Yeah.
Love that.
Just to get their attention, I think. And then
I love the way that what's last thing on his mind, he goes, tempered steel or something, and then dies.
Yeah.
Just really impressed by the metal.
Yeah, she starts waving the proton drive around. And then the doctor comes in and he's kind of saying, no, you've got to give us the proton drive or everybody dies. And she's not impressed.
No.
She is not going for it.
No.
She's going to, oh, and what?
Yeah. Then he brings Nyssa in.
Then he has to bring Nyssa in. Nyssa iron bonds all of their metal.
Yeah.
One giant testicle, and it's gone. Yeah. And that's the only way to kind of make it go, oh, all right then, and give him the proton drive. And we don't think we see her again, do we? I think she may be arrested, but otherwise she basically just gets away with it.
She just gets away with it, yeah. So she's out there.
Yeah. She's out there somewhere.
Vengeance of Corella.
Yes. She needs her own series.
We haven't done a Corella series yet. What?
True.
Yeah. What are they thinking?
Then we must do one.
Yes. We get the final scenes basically where Eratu's gets in his spaceship, takes off. Quite a nice model shot. It's quite pleasant.
Yes.
And the Doctor follows on the TARDIS, and they have quite a tense set of scenes, really, where they're trying to weave the shell around the star, and the TARDIS is holding it in place, and everything, the power's kind of going off, and it's all quite difficult until it all goes yellow, and then eventually it works.
Yeah,
Neutron Star fucks off, and Cloris is saved.
Yeah,
and
I think Tom actually makes a cricketing reference, doesn't he? Which is like perfect for Davison, isn't it?
He makes a what? Oh, does it?
Does he not make this kind of cricketing reference
right.
about it? Kind of, yeah. I can't remember exactly what he says, but
yeah.
I hope it's to do with the googly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too googly.
It sounds like a massive testicle.
Yes.
Silly mid off. Yes. Yeah. And then they complete a trade agreement and they bring it back, and we just have the final scene there with Organon, who's doing very well, thanks. He's set himself up nicely. That's basically where we leave it. So yeah,
he's court astrologer, isn't he?
He's basically the court astrologer. Yeah. I think the huntsman's in charge. He's he's ambivalent, but yeah, it's fine.
Enspleenment. Yes. Yeah. Which was it better?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because so much of it, I think, relies on the charm of the TARDIS crew here. And Tom and Lana at their height are pretty unbeatable for that.
Yeah.
Although this was Lana's first story recorded.
It was, yeah. I mean, she's pretty good in it, yeah.
They've got the chemistry going straight away. Kane's always fun. And it fits season 17. It kind of needs to be scripted about Douglas Adams. I think Errata would have been better realised.
Yeah. The jungle set would have been a fail, though, I think.
The jungle set would have been a fail.
Yeah, it would have been.
Well, having said that, if we're using Snake Dance, Snake Dance did have all the Dojin scenes done on film at Ealing.
Yeah, I suppose
so they might have done it there, or they might have done the pit on film, or they might have saved the film from an expensive foreign holiday, being J&T. Made it a cheap one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think it would be fine, though.
Be all right. Yeah.
It would be more serious. It would have been taken more seriously by everyone involved, even Frank Howard.
Yeah.
But whether that would make it better or not, I'm not sure. I don't think it would. It's fun, light-hearted, bonkers science fiction story.
Yeah, they'd suck all the gags out of it, which might mean they'd have to kind of invent some more plot to stick in.
Yeah.
But
would that be as fun?
Yeah.
I really, really like the original.
I love it.
It's not, and not in a kind of so bad it's good way. I genuinely think it's quite good. The only thing that lets it down is the bloody green knob.
I I
wasn't
watched
for
it.
that.
Yeah, I watched it and thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a great time.
It's hugely entertaining.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day is what Doctor Who's for.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of stick.
Yeah.
Well, like much of season 17.
Yeah.
I kind of like all of season 17.
I like season 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even
People
a
really against the Horns and I quite like it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Experienced writers doing good characters, which is what the 80s is kind of missing.
Indeed, and it's what one of the strengths of Doctor Who is, because you can't throw money at the effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you've got writers and you've got characters.
Yeah,
to sell it.
Yeah,
I love in David Fisher's novelization of this the way the creature is described as just being this like gelatinous, and so it's basically he's just filling all these tunnels. Obviously they could never have realized that on the screen.
No,
but the way he describes it in that, which was obviously what he was thinking of, is fantastic. That it's not.
It's a massive lever, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a kind of. It hasn't got a body as such.
No,
it's
one
just
thing.
this
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, I'm never a fan of CGI, but the errata is one of the times when I go CGI that would really work.
Yeah.
They didn't have the technology. Yeah. They didn't have a way of doing it justice at the time.
No, simply couldn't do it.
I mean, it looks like bin bags painted green, doesn't it? It's just kind of they put some effects on.
It's weather balloons.
Is it weather balloons?
Apparently,
Right.
it's deflated rovers.
Wow.
It's Patrick Lagoon's cast-offs.
It's kind of a shame we didn't get this for like David Tennant or Matt Smith or somebody, because
it is
by the point that have had the CG and it
had CG and it would have really worked.
Yeah, it would have worked.
I can really see this as either a Tennant or a Matt Smith story. It fits their doctors.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can imagine Matt Smith doing this instead of The Beast Below or something like that. It would, it would be absolutely fine.
Yeah,
absolutely. But that would have been changing the
That's
characters.
not the way the Ram
No,
works.
we would never do that.
We'd never do that.
Absolutely never.
What?
No,
What?
never gerrymander the Ram.
Change the characters?
How dare you?
I should Coco.
I wouldn't if I were you. You might get married to Kameka. So, shall I roll the numbers for next time?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Okay, here we go. The Doctor is number 6.
Sexy.
And the story is 131.
131. Interesting.
Is that going to make a story?
I don't think so.
It could be.
I suppose it could be.
Might be,
131
Hmm.
is okay. No, it's The Awakening.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
I suppose if that was in season 22, that'd be a one-parter.
Yeah.
Which would be a bit bizarre for that time.
Well, it's them finally catching up with Mission to the Unknown or something, or the part they lopped off Planet of the Giants.
Yeah.
The Awakening.
The Awakening.
I love The Awakening.
I like The Awakening as well.
It's not going to be that different, is it?
It's not.
Really?
Yeah.
It's from the season after.
More violent. I don't know.
It might be more violent. I don't know. There's quite a lot of violence in it.
Yeah. Could take the opportunity to expand it. Really, we could make it a two-part.
I'm thinking, just vaguely thinking about it. I think it's going to be exactly the same, except with the Sixth Doctor and Perry.
Mm.
Well, you still have a.
You do still have a grade.
Oh no! I'm saving it for extreme emergencies.
Okay.
Yeah, look, you'll thank me. It'll come the time when you thank me.
Well, maybe we can find a way of making it different. We'll try and make it interesting.
Yeah.
Give it some thought.
Another plot point. We'll add a secondary plot point by Paula Moore.
Yeah. We'll give it some thought. We should make a change. So.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all writers. Let's bring our writing brains to it and expand the Awakening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Creature from the Pit, starring Peter Davison, and lots of ball and penis gags, which was kind of inevitable. really.
And Janet Fielding and Saracen.
Yes.
And Frankie Howard and John Collins.
Yeah.
Yes. Join us next time for Colin Baker in The Awakening. The Awakening? The Awakening! I've been Paul Ferry, and I'd like to say thank you to Rupert Booth.
Thank you.
And Barry Williams.
You're welcome.
We'd like to say thank you to Ben Jones for providing our music. And you can follow us on Twitter using the hashtag TimeRam. Baz is at BazTimeRam. Rup is at Rupert Booth. And I am at Paul Ferry 8. We also have a page on Facebook. And if you want to support the podcast, you can find us on Patreon, where you can, for a small subscription, you get all kinds of extra goodies. Another good way to support the podcast is to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere where you download your podcasts from. I was just thinking there about, it was talking about Cloris Leachman.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in The Twilight Zone in It's a Good Life, that episode with Billy Mooney.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's the all-powerful kid and she's playing his grandmother and that. And then that's like in the early 60s. And like 35 years later, in the mid-90s, she's still playing people's grandmothers. I mean, she was just constantly an old woman.
You're a very bad man.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.